balanceofnature.com and use discount code Chicago.
Welcome back to Get Down to Business, the show all about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship. We're powered by our good friends at Tandem HR, your solution center. Check them out online, tandemhr.com, or give them a call, 630-928-0510. Once again, we are live this week. You can tune in and tune in live through Facebook Live, or get on my website, shalomklein.com. That's where you could download podcasts and learn more about these exciting trips you're about to hear a little bit about. I'm thrilled to be joined by my good friend, Becky Adelberg from Community Connect Consulting. And together, Becky, we are getting out of the Chicago winter actually twice, and I am really excited about it.
I'm so excited.
It's going to be fantastic. So, Becky, welcome to the program. Your first time on the show, which it's long overdue, and hopefully we'll have you on quite a bit more. Let's start. Let's talk a little bit about community. And I know you've spent the past bunch of years focused on bringing people and bringing organizations together. Why are you so passionate about it?
I really, love bringing people together from lots of different backgrounds who maybe on the surface that they're different. Actually, when they come together, realize that there's a lot more. Those are the moments that really influence my work and that I live for, in a sense. And so just having people focus on things that they have in common and not what separates them. And then that's really when you see a lot of connecting happening and collaborating. And any time that I've done that, which has been numerous times, people really leave feeling passionate, empowered, and excited to connect with one another.
Absolutely, and that's really what motivated us to put these trips together. So, Becky, you and I, for years, we've been talking about the trips we've taken, whether for business or for pleasure. And really, whenever I've traveled for business, I've tried to squeeze in a little bit about learning about the culture and the people. And when I've traveled for fun, I've tried to develop business connections and opportunities. And people, whenever I come back, people always ask me a little bit about it and how they can do it too. So decided to do something about it. There's nobody I could be doing it more of an experience with than you. So Becky, tell our listeners a little bit about the two trips that we have planned and that are coming up really right around the corner.
Sure. Well, one, Shalom, I was thrilled when you approached me about these trips, and I think because we both are community builders and community organizers and come from that background, it's going to be a really exciting trip that we'll be able to do together. And for India, we're really focused. It's for all ages and all backgrounds, and anyone is welcome. We are focused on connecting with the Jewish community in India, and it's also for people who are with small businesses or who are entrepreneurs and maybe interested in learning about business in India. And with Thailand, we're more focused on a 20s and 30s audience or mid-40s, and it'll be more of like a young adult trip.
Yeah, it's exciting. So India, we are going October 15th to the 23rd. So it's a 9-day journey, and going to New Delhi, Mumbai, and Cochin, really, really fascinating places. And I've been there before, and just an incredible, incredible place. Becky, you nailed it. Really going a unique opportunity to both enjoy the sights, but also meet and have some of these experiences that you otherwise would never have had the opportunity to do. And the group of people that are going to be on both of these trips, I don't golf, and I don't know about you, Becky. I don't golf, but I now understand why people do. It's the ability to connect in a whole different way. People let their guard down. Mm-hmm. And the group that has already registered for both of these trips, it's an awesome, awesome group to come together, both on the trip and then the people we will meet when we are in India. So, Becky, I know you've been planning trips through a number of different organizations and a number of different groups that you've hung out with. Tell us a little bit about some of the reactions in the past. You've been to Cuba. You've been some pretty fun places.
So recently I took 2 groups to Cuba over the last couple of years. Both groups are really close friends. They groups were people from Chicago, but then also people came from all over across the country, and both groups are still in touch. We had a marriage come out of one of the groups.
You never know, listeners, get down to business. You never know what can happen.
Very good friends. I'm actually going to visit two people from the last Cuba trip I took in a couple of weeks, so we're all in touch, and it's just really nice to see people connect when you're kind of outside of your comfort zones. In Cuba, we had even a more unique opportunity because we weren't connected to Wi-Fi very much, so we actually had to speak with each other, and that was actually, it was really good to make us really present and get to know each other. And again, like I was saying, sometimes on the surface it might seem like we're different because we're coming from different places across the country and different ages, but really people really focus on all the things that brought us together. And both groups are very strong. And I've also taken multiple groups to Israel, which has been another place that I'm going to explore. And now I'm excited to be able to bring community together in the Far East. So
it's very cool. In Chicago, I don't need to tell our listeners, but the small business scene is international, and I've already connected with many of the business incubators here that have India investors, and we're going to be able to explore some of those connections, learn quite a bit, and there are some unique historic sites. My wife and I visited there's an area called Jewtown. Literally, it's called Jewtown, and it's in Kochi in India. The sites, the history, the experiences, it's amazing, not to mention the food. The food will be incredible. So India is October 15th to the 23rd. That's literally right around the corner. And, of course, in just 2 or 3 minutes, we'll share contact information to make sure people can learn more about that. But let's talk about Thailand. Thailand, it's February 21st to March 2nd. So, Becky, when I say those dates, are there any thoughts that go through your mind of what might be happening in Chicago at that time if you're not going to Thailand with Becky and Shalom?
I don't want to think about it because it happens to be warm here at the moment, but we do know that in a couple months, and especially in February, that's usually blizzard time here. So people have been really interested in leaving and getting out of the cold Chicago winter and into Thailand, which is like paradise. So highly encourage people, not only because of the community building, but also because it's the winters that hopefully won't be as bad this year for Chicagoans. But based on the last couple of years, February is pretty bad usually.
It sure is. And we have the entire itinerary posted online. Every detail of these trips have been arranged for our participants. Becky, you and I are both going along, and we're excited to spend time with whether it's listeners from this program, friends in the young professional communities. But we are partnering with a fantastic group based out of D.C., and they have put together literally every detail: the hotel stays, the restaurants, including vegetarian options. And but day by day, all of the logistics, all of the plans, and it's all planned now well in advance. So we know it's going to be a great experience. So, so Becky, those trips are coming up, and what's the advantage to making those plans early? I mean, right now we're still in July. Who's thinking about October? Who's thinking about February? Why should somebody consider these trips now?
Well, I think people are starting to think about October because we've seen a lot of, in the last couple of days, people are signing up, a couple of people a day for India. So I would encourage other people to start thinking about it because, as we know, time goes fast, and October will just be around. And really, when else are you going to have the opportunity to go to India or Thailand and, check it off your bucket list and try an adventure and,
We're
amazing company.
Becky, we're losing you. A bit of a tough connection, but you're absolutely right. Get away from the Chicago winter. There's an opportunity to save money on the trip. Trips are already rock bottom pricing. You can't get an experience like this for any cheaper. But all of the arrangements have been made. Becky Adelberg, thank you so much for joining us. Becky is the founder of Community Connect Consulting, she speaks frequently on entrepreneurship, speaks on community building, and I'm so excited to be going to India and Thailand with you, and I hope that all of our listeners will join us. They can learn more about the trip by going to my website, shalomklein.com/travel, shalomklein.com/travel. Becky, I'm so excited. Can't wait to do it, and I hope that everybody will visit the website and check it out real soon.
I'm so excited as well. Thank you so much, Shalom, for having me today.
Absolutely. We're going to have you back on. We'll sort of tease out more information on the trip. You're listening to the show all about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship. Join us in India and Thailand, shalomklein.com/travel.
Not a day goes by